Okay, as you can see, I already have all of my ingredients here on my working space, and I've already made the lucky green money drawing rice. So if you want to see the video for this, it will be linked down below. That video is significantly longer than this one. So if you want to see the nice slow process, then go watch this video. The video for the oil is going to go much faster. So this is going to be kind of the quick and dirty version, and then the nice, slow, easy version is going to be the green rice video. So check that out if you want the more in-depth version. This I'm going to just kind of go through the basics and tell you what I'm doing and the ingredients that I'm using. But for the most part, the in-depth discussion version is the rice video, so go check that out. So I am making a lucky green prosperity money drawing oil, and I'm actually making 3 bottles of it, 2 bottles for myself and 1 bottle for a friend. So I have my 2 glass bottles here. Everything that I do is going to be exactly the same for all 3 bottles. I'm just going to show you one for the sake of time. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is start with my collard greens. So I got some collard greens today and dehydrated them so they are completely dry. You want to make sure that any ingredients that you use for your oils, you want to make sure that any and all ingredients that you use are completely dry. You do not want any moisture in this whatsoever, because moisture will fuck up your oil real quick. Not only will it fuck up the oil and possibly cause mold to grow, but you don't want it to fuck up your spell. So you want to make sure all of your ingredients are completely dry, like crispy fucking dry. All right, so I'm making 3 bottles, like I said. So I have 3 collard greens here. And what I want to do is charge and empower these. I have charged these, and what I want to do is just kind of crumple it up. Doesn't need to be completely crushed. And you can make these. God damn, they smell so good. Oh my god, dude. Have you ever smelled dried collard greens? If you watch the green rice video, you know that I was just like smelling them through the whole process. Oh my god. These smell so fucking good. I'm going to make some chips out of this and eat it. Anyway. Alright, so I have 3 bottles here, so I'm just going to sit them close by, and I'll be adding a pinch to each one. Any little bits like this that I have left over, I'm just going to sit off to the side, because I will be using those later on, either to add to my green, my lucky green money drawing rice, or just as an offering, or on my prosperity altar. Next, I have clover that I have just taken off of the stems. I harvested this myself and then dried it in the dehydrator, and it was on the stem, so I just plucked it all off of the stem, like so. It just comes right off. Well, with 2 hands, it just comes right off. And then I kind of crushed it up a little bit. So now I'm going to charge and empower this. Okay, and I'm going to add a pinch of clover to each bottle. Next, I'm going to add bay leaf. For the rice, I actually broke the bay leaf up, but for the oil, I think I'm going to leave them whole, so I'm going to charge and empower these. And now I'm just going to add 1 leaf, 1 whole leaf, if I can get it in there, to each bottle. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Next is some rubbed sage, and this is what I use for cooking. And you only need a tiny little bit of that. Sage is of the earth, it's from the earth, it's grounded, which will provide financial stability, that security, that earthiness. So I'll just charge this. I'm actually going to sit these on the plate because I have a feeling this is going to make a mess. So now pinch to each one. Okay. Next, I have a piece of citrine, pyrite, and emerald, one of each stone for each jar. So I have 9 stones, and I'm going to charge and empower those. And now I'm just going to add 1 of each stone to each of the bottles. Next, I have 9 pennies. I have 3 pennies for each bottle. And last but certainly not least, I have a $1 bill that I will charge. So I am of the belief that from one comes many. So what I want to do is cut this dollar bill into the seeds that will grow and allow my financial stability and my financial wealth to grow. And I'm just cutting it in strips. They don't have to be perfect. You can look at it as the different sizes of the bits and pieces are different denominations of money. So you could have 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, all coming from this $1 bill. This is the seeds that will then grow into more money, which is what we want. Okay, so now I want to take a good pinch of each of these, or a good pinch, and put it into each of these bottles. Now what I want to do is fill these the rest of the way with olive oil. You can use whatever oil you like. You can use grapeseed oil, olive oil, whatever oil you choose to use is just fine. There we go. And you don't want to fill it all the way to the top. You want to leave some room in there so that you can shake your bottle around. Now before I put the lids on these, I want to charge and empower all 3 of them. And there you have your lucky money drawing oil. And you can see all the botanicals floating around in there. You can see the dollar bills. Well, I hope you can. Let me see. Let me hold the moonlight up. So hopefully you can see what the hell is going on in there. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Oh wow, look how pretty. You can see the pennies in there, the bay leaf. I'm gonna give it a shake. The pennies are kind of sticking together. So let me give it a good shake. There we go. So yeah, that's the money drawing oil. I'm so excited. So the way I plan to use this is, I don't remember if I said it in the beginning of the video or not, but tonight is the first full moon of March. It's March 1st, 2017, or excuse me, 2017, Jesus, I'm living in the past. Today is March 1st, 2018, and it is the first full moon for March. We will actually have a blue moon later on this month. So what I plan to do is charge these in the full moon along with the money drawing lucky green rice. And I am going to anoint this green candle with some sigils using the oil. I will then place the candle on my glass plate, put the green rice around it, anoint the inside of the candle, maybe the rim, with more of the oil, and charge it under the full moon tonight. And then I will be using this each time I light this candle. I will be anointing it with more of the money drawing oil, anointing the candle, lighting the candle, and then doing some personal one-on-one work directly with money. So that's how I plan to use this oil and the green rice. So I'd love to hear if you make this, and if you do, if you use the same ingredients as I did, or if you use something different. I'd love to hear your experiences. If you've made this before, if it's your first time, I'd really love to hear about your experience. Damn, I wish you could see that. I hope it's showing up all right. I'll take some good photos and add them at the end of the video. So if you really want to see what it looks like, then I'll add some photos at the very end. But yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you make this. Let me know if you make the green rice. That video is linked down below as well. So leave me a comment and let me know what you thought. If you want to hang out with me in other places, you can find the links for all of those in the down bar below as well. Thank you all so much for being here. Remember, you are fierce, you are fabulous, and you are fucking badass. So keep that shit up, and I'll see you next time. Bye!